I lost 75 pounds and stay under 12% body fat eating the same 12 foods on repeat. Years later, those same 12 foods are still about 80% of what's in my fridge. I'm Dr. Jon Go, I'm an ophthalmologist here in LA, and I help busy professionals lose fat with systems they can run on a real schedule. Every food on my list does at least one of three jobs: anchor protein, add volume, replace carbs. I'm starting with the one that most people get wrong. Job number one. Carbs are levers, not your enemy. Most fat loss plans treat carbs like the villain. Cut them out, earn them with cardio, punish yourself if you want to eat them. That's wrong, and it's why most diets collapse. Carbs aren't earned, they're placed. So you place them where they help the day work. Training, long clinic, high output afternoon, heavy lifting day, and you can pull them back on lighter days. My three carb levers are lentils, rice, and sweet potatoes. Lentils are high in protein, they're filling, and they're easy to measure. Rice is the easiest training day lever. It's cheap, it batches, it digests well, and it goes well with most food. If weight is dropping too fast and training feels terrible and your performance is being impacted, add some rice. If weight isn't moving, reduce it. Sweet potatoes are a high satiety carb. I like to bake or roast them, and they make the plate feel big, just don't bury them in butter, oil, or cheese. Here's what I actually want you to remember. Carbs are not earned, they're placed. So use them for performance and to fuel your workouts and your life. You don't punish yourself out of them. The carbs in my meal preps stay pretty stable throughout the week. Oats, rice, potatoes, but what changes is the snacks surrounding my meals. And that's where I tighten and loosen my carbs depending on my training and energy demands. Healthy PB&J, Greek yogurt, protein bars and fruits. Snacks are the levers that I move. Meals are the structure that I keep. And that changes the next part of the meal too. Point 2. Volume and fiber. These are your breaks. These are the foods that make the plate feel bigger and the diet feel less like a fight. For me, the main ones are berries, frozen broccoli, lentils, and sometimes oats. Berries give sweetness and fiber for a low-calorie cost. I throw them in some Greek yogurt, and that can feel like a dessert instead of a punishment. Your fruit might be something else. Frozen broccoli is the lazy volume tool. It doesn't rot in the fridge, it batches easily, it makes a bowl grow bigger for a low-calorie cost, and it gives you the feeling of eating a full meal instead of a tiny diet plate. Lentils do double duty. They're both a carb lever like we just discussed, but they also bring fiber and fullness. That matters because a calorie deficit feels different when food has volume. Oats do the same thing at breakfast. They make you feel satisfied for longer, and that science is in satiety. Your stomach responds to volume, and your brain responds to fiber. Volume foods are like adding brakes to the meal. They slow the whole system down, and you feel at the end of the day more satisfied. Point number 3, protein anchors hold the plate up. Once carbs are placed and volume is covered, the last job is the foundation everything sits on: protein. 6 of the 12 foods are protein anchors: Greek yogurt, eggs, cottage cheese, chicken, salmon, and lastly, lean ground turkey. Protein protects muscle in a calorie deficit. It also controls hunger and has the highest thermic effect of any macronutrient, so your body burns more energy digesting it than carbs or fat. Here's why I made it the third point and not the first. Protein only works when the rest of the plate isn't sabotaging it. A high protein meal that's deep fried and paired with 1,000 calories of white rice is not great for weight loss. Lean protein with carefully selected carbs and high volume foods keeps you fueled and satisfied for hours. Greek yogurt can be used as a base for tons of different recipes. You can even use it as a healthy sour cream substitute for things like chili. Eggs are a flexible breakfast anchor. They make a meal feel like a meal. Cottage cheese is also flexible. You can use it in baking, you can use it as a base for sauces, and it can be used for sweet or savory dishes. Personally, one of my favorite uses for cottage cheese is to mix in some tomato paste, some turkey pepperonis, and a little bit of balsamic for a quick pizza bowl. Chicken is the scalable protein. It forms the protein base of most of my meals. Salmon is a satisfaction protein. It brings protein paired with healthy fats, which keeps you fuller and satisfied for longer. Lean ground turkey is the shapeshifter. Bowls, wraps, lettuce cups, rice plates, potatoes, pasta. I use this in my chilies and my Thai basil stir fries. The takeaway here is to anchor each meal in protein. Build your own list to solve the same problems that we discussed. Pick 4 to 6 protein anchors, pick 2 to 3 volume foods, pick 2 or 3 carb levers, healthify your favorite meals, and create healthier versions of your meals that you actually want to eat. Don't just cook protein and pair it with vegetables. The foods that keep you lean aren't always the foods that look impressive online. Keto, paleo, carnivore. They're the foods that make the right choice easy when your schedule isn't easy. Good carbs, volume foods, protein anchors. That's the system. If you want the meal template version of this system, watch the 3 meals video next. You can check that out here. If you want the full fat loss framework behind all of it, watch the hub video after that. You can check that out here.